Good morning. It's Andy Stautz at Stautz Law. I am back for another discussion of supplemental needs trusts. I'm recording this right on the heels of my first discussion of how supplemental needs trusts came about and what they do. Today's topic is, okay, I understand what a supplemental needs trust is. When do I use one? What should I be thinking about? And obviously, this is an individual determination, right? This is why you talk to an estate planning attorney. This is why you should, call me for specific advice about your situation. But today I'm discussing general considerations. So the most common use case for an SNT, probably, is the situation where some family members, let's say parents, have a disabled child who is receiving benefits, and the parents help support the disabled child with various needs over and above the government benefits while the parents are alive. So parents are living, they're taking care of their disabled child. That situation is great and can continue indefinitely. Obviously, the parents' resources don't count toward the child's resources when they're freely given. There's a separate deeming rule that you need to consider, but in general, there's no problem with the benefits recipient having too much money because the money is still the parents', right? It's just given from time to time as needed. The parents can use discretion. They can decide for themselves, how much or when or what for, and stay on the right side of the benefit, assets, resources, income rules. Problem is, the parents don't live forever, so the parents are worried after they die, what happens to their disabled child? How can they keep going with the support they were giving? How can they do it? So it used to be way back then, like pre-1993, older than I am, believe it or not. There was no statutory authorization for these extra trusts. You could try to get around it, but there's no alternative. So it was just a matter of perhaps giving an inheritance to a sibling and then saying, oh, sibling, please continue taking care of your brother or sister. Lots of potential behavioral problems there, even if it worked legally. So the supplemental needs trust steps in there and says, okay, well, the parents can, in their will, create a supplemental needs trust to carry on what they were, that extra support they were giving their child. You can create an inter vivos special needs trust and kind of have it all set up, working, ready to go before death, which has some advantages, obviously, in terms of, probate, smooth transition, continuity there. So that's one big situation. The other big situation is personal injury or workers' compensation victims, plaintiffs. A catastrophic accident where there's someone who's been really injured, probably then is relying on some government benefits to pay their healthcare costs. Okay, well, what about the money from a settlement or a workers' compensation, reimbursement? Can you save any of that or keep that from all going right away to existing government paid bills? And so that's another common place where setting up a supplemental needs trust is often used. So we're at 5 minutes. That's just 2 use cases, and I didn't even get into considerations. So we're just going to have to come back for more later. But I hope you enjoyed this talk. Obviously, you need individual advice about your situation. So call or book online so we can talk about your situation, give you specific legal advice. That's all for now, though. Thanks. Bye.